Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the quick update over at the Avdiivka Front. So at the Avdiivka Front, the main news is actually in the northern part of Avdiivka, around the region of Krasnohorivka. If you are following the SITREP, we know that there is some kind of dispute about the capture of Krasnohorivka by Sanya, Florida, and RV Coenco seems to also echo that there is this dispute, over whether there is actual capture of the village itself. However, in the latest update coming out from DeepStateUA, they actually considered the loss of Krasnohorivka. According to their updated mapping, this is their front line now, all the way to the water body here. And if you look at this, the entire town area is actually not within the Ukrainian control right now. So you can see that there is actually no more buildings in this blue region here. You can see all the blue region, where the Ukrainian pro-Ukrainian source is claiming is entirely outside of Krasnohorivka, which means that the town itself is entirely captured by the Russian forces. And however, of course, being the distance, which is actually the front line from the distance from the town, is just 1 kilometers. Of course, this actually will continue to see Ukrainian forces in this forest line continue to fire at Russian forces within the town itself. So, which could also reason why there is this conception where the town itself is still not yet captured, because they are still conducting firefight from within the town towards the outskirt. And however, the front line not just changed at the Krasnohorivka region. There is also a Russian push south from this lake. As you can see, there's a lake here. The Russian forces have pushed in this direction, and they have managed to capture this area here and managed to push and divide the Ukrainian forces into two sides, as the front line is now in this way. So previously they could have been in a more connected front line, but at this moment, because of the Russian push, they have been divided into two lines, and then there is yet another water body around here. Then the Ukrainian lines continue, and I don't think this spike is actually drawn by the DeepStateUA, but obviously looking at the kind of terrain here, clearly there is no Ukrainian forces in this area here. Definitely they are just along the forest line. They are trying to make themselves look not as bad. So the fighting is now around Krasnohorivka and moving closer and closer towards the Avdiivka Coke Plant, where they make Coca-Cola. No, sorry, they make dirty coke, or I don't know, maybe whatever that is. And they are moving closer and closer, with information from Myroshnikov, the pro-Ukrainian source, talking about fighting in the area of AKHZ, which is actually the Avdiivka Coke Plant. So the situation now is that the Russian forces is closing on the north of Avdiivka, and if this front line breaks, they will head over to Stepove, and this will actually cut off any northern approach. And then the Russian forces in this area are definitely going to swing down to this line between the two water bodies, and the Russian forces will go for this high ground here, and which will allow them to have fire control over the entire of the coke plant. And this situation will look tremendously bad for the Ukrainian forces. And of course, in that situation, the Ukrainian forces are over at this area will have to withdraw, as they might be stranded with the Russian forces definitely going to continue to push, and perhaps even do a pincer to cut them into an encirclement. So this is actually pretty significant. The breakthrough at Krasnohorivka, behind Krasnohorivka, I'm not sure if there's any more heavy entrenchments, because the pre-war entrenchment is actually up to here, in this line here. So I'm not sure in this area here if there's any more Ukrainian entrenchments. There might be new ones, but new ones are not as well built as the old ones, as they are built in a hurry. So let's see how this goes. Anyway, quick update over from the north of Avdiivka, and I'll see you in the next update.